Hello, everyone, and welcome to the pod. My guest today is Yasaid, and if you want to experience a little hardcore love and laughter, you've come to the right place. So join Yasaid and me, and let's do the work. Hi, Yasaid. Hello,
How are you, Katie?
beloved. I'm as well as I can be, and I see that for every human being. We're all as well as we can be in any given moment.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, honey. What did you fill in for number one? Those of you new to the worksheet has 6 questions on it. So how did you fill in who and what is the problem, the situation?
Should I just read it out?
Yes.
Okay. It says, I'm confused and angry at God because He promised that He will give 4 things once I do 2 things. He said, if you keep on asking for forgiveness and you keep on giving charity, then He will send heaven down upon you in abundance. He will provide you with children. He will provide you with monies. He will provide you with gardens, and He will provide you with rivers. Now, I have been giving charity all my life, ever since I
And
started
what is your
earning.
definition of charity? When you
Charity
say
is
you've given
any,
charity.
yeah, any type of benefit that you drive to any other human being, even if it's just a smile. It includes money, it includes knowledge, it includes physical health, it includes sharing information, it includes smiling, it includes any benefit that you drive to any creation of God. That's considered charity, even if it's an animal or an insect.
And that's what you mean by that, and that has been your life.
Um, at least that's what I think. I hope.
Well, when you look back, and that it sounds to me like that has been your focus.
Um, yes, like I try to be beneficial whatever I am. Of course, I have my downsides as well. But as much as I'm alive, I try to help whenever I can, and I try to dedicate. Even when it comes to the financial part, I dedicate until and still do dedicate a fixed percentage that I try to keep on increasing whenever my income increases.
Hmm. Okay, so you God promised you that He
Yes.
would give 4 things to you
Five.
if you did these charitable things.
Yeah. And then the thing that got me confused and angry is that a war broke out literally overnight, and I migrated and I found myself homeless in the new country and begging organizations for financial assistance and financial aid. So I'm totally confused. I don't know what's going on. Um, yeah, like where's the promise? And I guess the question goes bigger than that, which is not it's not only the money, it's like where's the full thing that you promised. And I get frustrated when I ask the question, can you absolutely know that it is true? Because I cannot
Okay,
absolutely
so
know that it
he
is false either.
so he mhm. So he promised you he would give you those 5 things.
Yes,
God promised you that. Is it true?
yes,
God promised you that.
yes,
Are you sure that God
yes,
promised you that?
yes.
That's for those of you, that's shortcut for can you absolutely know that it's true? Okay. Now, how do you react? What happens? I don't know where you are right now, other than you're not in. I'm hearing you're not in your home country. A war broke out. You're somewhere else. You need help.
Currently, I did receive help, but the way God worded the promise, like the English language doesn't have the word that he used. He used monies. He used the plural of money. Use money. Money means
Like
abundance of wealth.
abundance,
Yes,
abundance,
like a lot of it, like a lot of it, like not just help to help
abundance.
you survive, but to
Yeah.
drown you in wealth and abundance.
Yes. So God promised you he would give you those five things. Now, notice where you are right now and take those images of past and future out of your head. Who would you be without the thought, right here, right now? Who are you without the thought, God promised me he would give me those five things?
A happy human being chatting with Byron Katie.
And smiling
Yes.
and looking very healthy.
Yes.
There it is. The promise filled, those five things. Notice the chair that's holding you. Is it complaining?
No.
Notice the floor that's holding the chair and you on top of that. Does it complain?
No.
Notice the air coming in and out. What did you do for that?
Nothing. I do understand that I'm drowning in
That's
blessings.
okay, you understand that.
I'm drowning in
So,
blessings, but
so,
the word he used is monies, monies. Like, where's the money?
so right here, right now, you need more money. Right here, right now, you need more money.
No.
And notice how you react when you think the thought you need more money.
Frustrated, let down,
There's a
angry,
reason you feel shut down, angry.
let down,
Notice
betrayed.
the images of past and future when you think the thought, I need more money. In the past, you hear God's promise. And in the past, you see all those people that have all the money and they have all those resources more than you see those images of them, and then the ego compares it to you. And then you see a future where you can have all of that. And
True.
then, and then the ego compares it with you here now.
True.
So, what is the cause of your lack of abundance? Is it what you're thinking and believing? Those images of past future that you are lost in? Intoxicated by? Hypnotically in a trance over? Did you have breakfast today?
Yes.
And where's your proof?
Memory. No proof.
No proof. You see you at breakfast this morning is, let's get this clear. You see you at dinner tonight, okay? You see, there are three of you. There's you at breakfast, there's you at dinner, and then there's you. You know, you are the answer to the question, who am I?
I guess
I
it's
need,
if yeah. Sorry. Carry on.
God promised me he would give five things to me. Those five things to me. Turned around, God didn't. Just try it on. Just try it on. Only you can do this. God promised me he would give 5 things to me. Turn around, God didn't.
And then when the turnaround becomes true, along with it
No,
comes
no, not becomes true. Just try it on. God didn't promise me. Give me an example of what runs through you when you sit in that. God didn't. When you open your mind to that, God didn't promise me he would give me 5 things.
I don't think I can, like, there is no room in my mind or in my heart to say that God didn't promise, because it's not even figuratively written, it's literally written in the Quran.
Yeah.
Literally.
Well,
This,
I'm not trying to change your mind.
yeah,
That's I'm not about that, because that would not go along with the Quran. That would not go along with any wise and
teaching.
ancient
Yeah.
on wise books that we have in the world.
Mm.
I'm just asking, you know, I'm not even asking, I'm entertaining. God didn't promise me he would give me 5 things. Those 5 things. No, I read it in the Quran and I believed it. I gave me those 5 things. I promised me that God would give me 5 things. I did that. I read that. I believed it. Did you believe it before you read it?
No.
It wasn't in you. It was in you before you fell into the trance of I am, I am. I see a tree, I see the sky, I. Before then, innocent, and that's what I love that you not leave, because that's where all the promises are kept. It's where they are. They're not kept there, they are there. The Quran says God promised me that he would give me 5 things if I did charitable, if I lived a charitable life. You didn't believe that before you read it, and you read it. A lot of people read it, but they don't believe it. You believed it. And in that moment, you believed that it was God that promised you he would give you 5 things.
And if I take that line of thought, I think I will feel even more confused and more
Why?
alone. More.
Why? Why? You believe it. I
Then
mean,
where is it?
if you don't believe it, then you still believe it.
Mm.
I'm just getting this from you right now. It's 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 God promised me he would give me 5 things. There's another turnaround. I promised God I would give him those 5 things to lead a charitable life.
This sounds more true.
Well, that would be you. That would be like you. I promised God and me that I would live a charitable life.
I accepted the contract. He says in another place that he bought from the believers not only their wealth but also themselves in exchange for paradise in heaven.
Yeah, so I would take trading out of it
Mm,
and just be self responsible. And maybe that is the Quran.
mm,
To live a charitable life and not expect anything in return other than this state of grace you've been living all of your life, other than what you're thinking and believing about life and what it's owed you for being charitable.
mm.
I mean, you're bargaining. I say these things and just for you to try them on.
Yeah, I don't mind being homeless. I don't mind living the worst life possible. I don't mind any of that. But when he himself uses certain words and I take them literally, that's what I feel the frustration. Like, where is it? Like, where is like, yes, I'm drowning in blessings. Yes, I am in grace. Yes, but when I look at my bank account, I don't see the money that he said.
So yeah, you compare what you have with what you don't have.
True.
So without comparison, you've got it all.
Ah, true, 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 true. Very true. Yes.
Now, that is fulfillment.
Mm, mm, very true.
And you're living in it. You've been living in it. All of you test it, you've been living in it, other than what you're thinking and believing. You've been living in it. We're blind.
Mm,
Without inquiry, self inquiry, I was blind. And oh, whatever God is, I translate God as good.
true.
Whatever that is, I am. And I'm not guessing, I'm awake.
Mm,
Yeah, but those people, now I'm comparing what they have with what I have. That's on me.
yes, you're absolutely right. Without comparison, who knows? Maybe I'm the wealthiest person in existence without comparison.
I think you're onto something really valuable, priceless.
I don't think this. I think I will use your style and I say take the maybe out of it. Without comparison, I am the wealthiest person in existence.
Well, that's how it is. Because when you compare yourself with others, you have no idea of the hell they're living in or the heaven.
Exactly right. Yes,
All we can know is ourselves.
true. And by the way, thank you very much because I was reading your books. I've read all of your books over and
Mm.
over and over again while the bombs are falling and the bullets are firing.
Oh, oh, oh. Talk about living, I mean, oh, honey, oh, you are rich in experience.
Yeah,
These questions really test, don't they? They just, bombs falling. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
and
yeah.
the funny thing is, while looking up your material and the bombs were actually falling, there
Yeah.
was a video of yours talking to a woman, a lady who was afraid of bombs falling, and you're like, "Are there bombs in this room right now?" So thank you so much. You're just
Oh,
your books shifted my mindset a lot in a humongous way.
I love that you would continue to stay in touch with the reality of who and what you are. It's magnificent.
True,
And magnificent is an understatement.
true.
Let's look at two. In that situation where you're believing God promised you he would give you those 5 things if you lived a charitable life, and you just don't see it, what is it that you want? Read number 2.
Give me the money he promised and make me wealthy, which sounds absurd because
Spoken like a true human being. I think you're in touch with something, and it's not that. Not what you're looking for. Oh my gosh, money, money, money. You want God to give you the money he promised. God promised you money. Is it true?
yes, from the perspective of whether he promised or not, yes, he did promise. Like it's there in my face. The promise is there in my face. Um, but I think you dropped a gold mine when you said you're comparing. I guess without comparison, that's it. The money is there all around me.
Well, it is.
And yeah, while I was thinking the other day, during this experience of escaping war and being homeless, the amount of love and compassion and kindness that I experienced was unimaginable.
Yeah.
And there is another verse where God says in the Quran, He says, if you spend all the money on earth in order to make, in order to bring their hearts together, you wouldn't be able to do so. But God did bring their hearts together. So to me, that meant that if there is only one person in existence who loves me, this is worth more than all the money in the world.
Yeah. And anything less than that, you're assuming that, or I'll put it here, I don't have to assume whether people love me or not. I
Mm,
know they do. There's no
mm,
one in this world that doesn't.
mm,
But the awareness of that, other than what we're all thinking and believing. So, all of you, try this on. If someone says, I can hear my mother's voice, Byron, Kathleen. But if someone says, Byron, Katie, I don't care about you, I hate you. My experience is compassion. All of you, you know what it feels like to hate, to
mm,
resent. It's
mm,
horrible. It's complete. It's a trance the ego is holding you in. It's just an unquestioned mind, and it's painful. And notice how you react when you believe it. It's war. It's war.
true.
I'm right and the whole world's wrong. You hate me. You can't fool me. You're nice to me. I'm not going to buy that. Other than what you're thinking and believing, you love me, there's nothing you can do about it because by nature you love, and it's not personal for you or me. It is this. It is something God didn't have to promise. It's not questionable. It's not up for grabs. It is. And the proof is when you're thinking and believing anything that doesn't live up to that, it feels like stress. Everything on a scale from 1 to 10, from mild dissatisfaction to terror,
Mm.
wild anxiety, fear.
True.
How do you react when you think the thought you want God to give you the money he promised to make you wealthy?
Uh,
Notice the ego. Oh, notice how the ego works you over those the comparison.
yes, yes, very true.
Yeah, comparison.
And I guess what comes to my mind right now, I guess maybe losing everything and losing all my money and becoming homeless literally overnight. Maybe that is the exact same thing, the equivalent of becoming wealthy.
Oh, sweetie, I think you are so onto something. You know why I'm not in your position? I'm a
What?
coward. I'm a coward. I couldn't handle it. I've got my path. I've
Mm,
got my path, and it was like hell. You've got yours. We all have, we're in the perfect country, the perfect place, the perfect family, the perfect situation in Earth School to get what we are coming for. And that's the promises. And those promises, those are, you're undershooting.
mm,
What what you have and are is more valuable than your entire list, making you wealthy and giving you money and that stuff coming to you. And you're not the right person for it anyway. You just give it all away.
I did twice.
How would I guess that?
I did twice. I literally went and I said I want to give everything away. So I went to my bank accounts and I wanted them to read zero. And I didn't feel the comfort and the relief until I've read them zero. But part of me says maybe that's ego still because I'm doing that
It
because
is.
I
It
wanted to
is.
be wealthy.
Yeah, it is. It was pure ego.
Yeah,
Ego is expensive.
yeah,
Sorry. Can be.
tricky,
But I will say,
tricky rabbit hole.
when the work found me, I gave away my home, my dog, 5 other houses, everything, everything, everything.
That's
Yeah,
wow, wow.
yeah. But I had self-inquiry, so I had, I know the law. I'm awake to what you're expecting. I
Mm,
had, but it was money is just heavy weight when you understand you have everything you need. And I'm not inviting you to give any of you to give away your money. That's not the point. We all have a different path. And the one we're on is it. It's enough. Some of you have millions and millions of dollars, but it doesn't stop this head from
mm,
working on you. That's impoverishment.
yes. What you said remind me of a quote that uh, that it just it says Prophet Muhammad was with a friend of his and he told him, "What do you think wealth is? Do you think that wealth is having a lot of money?" He said, "Of course." He said, "Wealth is the wealth of the heart, and poverty is the poverty of the heart. If you have poverty in your heart, no matter how much you get from this world, it will not be enough. And if you have wealth in your heart, nothing in the world can harm you."
There it is.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
There it is.
You made me sound like a 3-year-old.
Well, I'm 3. Stop bragging. Wild with joy, and even that requires a balance.
Yeah.
Oh my, and it's not wrong to experience like joy where you just disintegrate in it so much, but the ego will take it over and it'll look at me, I'm in joy, and look at me. That ego will take your money, your identity, everything, and use it.
Is there a solution for this ego? Like the solution?
Yeah, self-inquiry.
Mm,
Yeah, self-inquiry. I don't know another way. I'm sure there are other ways. I'm not sure from experience there are other ways, but all I know is self-inquiry.
mm,
Because what meets those questions, what meets the questions, I don't try to alter. I don't try to change. I witness. And they're coming out of me. They're coming out of a well that runs so deep that
mm. Thank you.
it's just pure wisdom. And it can sound mundane if you're looking for something when you're doing this work, but just to see what meets it is to be in constant communication with what matters.
True.
To live as the Quran.
True.
To live your birthright, and no one has more than another. That's the thing that's equal, that immovable. My word for it is the one that seems to take care of it for me is love.
Mm.
Who would you imagine your life without the thought, I want God to give me the money he promised?
I will be ecstatic and enjoying the blessings that I have right now.
Yeah, you're out of why? You're out of poverty.
Like even this war itself, even if I were truly poor and impoverished and pauper, this reminds me of a prayer that I made last year. I said, God, please give me a novel. I wanted to write a fictional novel to full of full of faith-based messages. He ended up giving me a true story novel.
A biography.
And I've
You
written it.
see,
And
and you're looking for money, and there it is. This biography of yours. And sweetheart, your joy can't be missed. Whatever goes in that of you is a treasure. And it's a book of you for you.
yes,
And mm, that's a beautiful thing. I want God to give me the money he promised. I want God to make me wealthy, turned around. I want me to make me wealthy.
yes, by stopping comparing and stopping believing my thoughts.
There it is. I
Very
can't,
true.
I can't stop me from believing my thoughts. I can question them, and then the ego keeps offering up new ones, and I want everything. So of course,
But Katie, how come I don't have what you have?
you
Like I tried,
do, you
like like
do.
like I tried. I did the work on so many things and it worked perfectly fine. But with this specific question, I questioned it over and over and over again, and I didn't come across the realizations that you're giving me right now. How come that's the case? Why couldn't I figure it out on my own? Or maybe you are my own. You said we're all one. Yeah. So yeah, you're right.
Well, you obviously are.
Yeah. So talking to you, it's still, you're
Yeah,
in my head. Yeah. So
yeah. Those
yeah, that's
questions.
amazing. That's amazing. Yes. That's
Yeah.
amazing. That's amazing.
I want God to give me the money he promised. I want me to give God How would you turn that around? I want God to give me the money he promised.
I want me to give God the money that I promised, which
So
is
if you equate
which
if you equate money with wealth, which is wisdom, I want me to give God the value.
wow. You know what comes to my mind now? There's another verse where he says, he gives wisdom to whomever he wants, and whoever has been given wisdom has been given great wealth.
There it is. There it is.
Mm, wow.
So if you had to make a choice, I want God to give me the money he promised, or I want to give God the value that I promised God. Which would you
That sounds
choose?
better. Yeah, the latter. The latter sounds better.
Of course you would.
Sounds much better.
Well, that's because it's within your grasp.
Yes, and it removes this egotistic trap of entitlement. Like, I didn't create this world. I didn't create my parents or the hospitals or the teachers or the schools or the universities or the food or the house. And then I didn't create nothing. So if we come to reality, I'm not entitled to anything.
Yeah. And that leaves you in a position when you look at money as value, which you couldn't at that point. It's just that whether you have a lot of money or no money, you're always, it doesn't affect value. It's equal value.
Yes, true. Very true.
Without money, I want me to give God the value he promised. I promised God. And with money, more money than I could ever spend, that doesn't change. I want me to give all the value of what money can buy and money itself to God to complete my
True.
promise.
True. Very true.
Now, this can be if if we haven't if we're not really in touch with that, and doing this work can give all of you a way of being in touch with that. It doesn't mean you have to live it, but being in touch with that and watch it grow. Watch it grow. And I didn't give away the houses, my property, my I didn't give all that because I was guessing about where the value is.
Mm,
I think I'll try this as an experiment. It was a weight. It was a weight. And people ask. I didn't just give it. A woman said, "Oh, I want to live in this house. It's so," she wanted to live in the house. I'm just following the simple direction. I'll
mm.
never be able to own. And that family is also the one I gave the dog to. Gave
What made you give it
everything,
away?
furniture, everything. And then, oh, we love the dog. Well, take the dog too. They had children.
Mm,
Just a win-win.
mm,
But I wasn't guessing. Giving away a house is not going to bring you anything but the loss of a house. It's
mm,
just that this value we're talking about. I wasn't guessing. So
mm.
don't give away your houses to buy your way to God. It doesn't work that way. It's like get bummed out. I read the Quran and he promised me all this money and he's not giving up, living up to his bargain. I gave away twice my bank account. God owes.
True. Very true.
Let's Let's look at 3.
In this situation, what advice would you offer them? Stick to your promises.
So God should stick to his promises. It's like, what promises would those be? The chair's holding you, the floor is holding the chair, the ground is holding the floor. It's you're given breath. Other than what you're thinking and believing, are you okay, all of you? Other than what you're thinking and believing in any given moment, are you okay? Sit in that. The ego, it wants to override what's beautiful.
Yeah,
Right, child. God should stick to his promises, turned around to be happy. Or advice to myself, that's number 3. That
yeah.
advice for God, let's turn it around. I should.
I should stick to my promises.
Yeah.
Yes, and the promise that I've given is that I've given God my all. So I shouldn't ask for anything in return in this world. Um, I should actually continue. Not should, but if I were to stick to my promise literally, then it would mean that I keep on giving everything, giving everything, giving everything, giving everything, giving everything
But
away.
but on or not. I wasn't looking for people to give my property to.
Mm,
And also, I trusted everyone to be honest, and if I needed something, I would just ask, and they would say yes or no. And if I still wanted it, I'd ask another human being. Just like
mm,
living on the streets, I'd ask, and they'd say yes or no. And I appreciated that kind of integrity. I don't want a drink of water from someone that doesn't want to give it. It's not a match. Then someone
mm,
would say, yes, of course, of course. And I was never turned down.
mm.
And I don't know, I can't recall how many no's I got, if at all, with the water, but I would ask people to hold me. And it was hard to be here because being here is impossible. So hard to be here. Just to say I is a lie.
Mm,
So would you hold me, please? Not one person in this world ever turned me down, and it would ground me. And it was, and I didn't want to be held by the wrong person, so I couldn't lose. The wrong person meaning someone that was fearful for.
mm,
And go, you crazy woman, get away from me. That's fear. That's not meanness.
mm.
And that's not the hug that's not a hug, even if they would hug me.
True.
So God should stick to his promises. If you had to make a choice, even if God would, and obviously he has. and But if you had to make a choice, which one would it be? God should stick to his promises, or I should stick to my promises to God?
I should stick to my promises.
Yeah, that's a way.
And
And to know
these
that about
these
yourself is to know yourself.
yeah, these thoughts, Katie, I never discuss them with anyone. Because you're one of the very few people who understand that what's running inside my mind is not necessarily me.
True.
So,
It's
uh,
not. It's like I'm hearing from you like exaggerated um, ideas to bring together for us to look at
yeah,
and and honor and feel our way through and to to visit yourself in a way in the way that you live and to get closer to yourself and in that closer to God.
yes, very
Mm.
true.
Takes a lot of courage to bring to us. You know, you're one of these spirits that walk the world, that live what the rest of us are too cowardly to live. And we lie, we cheat, we step on other people, whatever it takes, because we're fearful. But no one, it's like we all have our path, and no two people have the same path.
True.
You can live with all your money and your beautiful homes and all this what appear to be advantages, and live it out of a state of mind of hell.
True. True.
Yeah,
Very true.
yeah. Everyone has more money than they need. Everyone,
Precisely.
including you, everyone
Precisely.
has more money than they
Precisely.
need. Like you all have money, even if it's just $1, we'll say, or €1, whatever. If you only have like one, you have it. You're not. It's there. You're not using it. You're not spending it. So in this moment now, you have more than you need. It's just sitting there.
Very true.
So we can see that poverty is a state of mind.
Very true.
You know, I was walking in some country somewhere into this like dark, long cave in the city, and there are all these beggars to the left and right, and I'm walking through, and some real poverty there, and I would walk through and experiencing what it's like not to make a choice, just like nature, just noticing I would give money to this one and not that one, and not that one, and not that one. And then over here, for no reason, I'd give money to that one, and then that one next, and then just walking through, just like nature.
Yes.
There
It's
was
it's a
no,
famous.
there was no because. I give
Yes.
this to that one because. Just being nature. Now, all of you, without what you're thinking and believing, you are that. And this work of self-inquiry, you come to love you. And I don't call it the work for nothing. You know, it's hard to sit in our fear and question it. You know, people would take advantage of us if we were not careful. Oh, here's a good one for you.
Mm.
God should stick to his promises. God should not stick to his promises.
Oh,
So all of you, God should not stick to his promises. How might that
yeah,
be
yeah, yeah,
so?
yeah. He's God. He can do whatever he wants. Yeah. Who am I to tell him what to do?
And entertain this. He already has. You're just not noticing.
True. True.
God should stick to his promises. Well, yeah, obviously. There's night, there's day, there's left, there's right, there's There's you, there's me, you could just sit in one spot and find more blessings if your mind were open to it than you could possibly count. It's endless.
Yeah.
Let's look at 4.
4 is, in order for you to be happy in the situation, what do you need them to think, say, feel, or do? I've written, give me infinite instant wealth and make me independent of everything and everyone.
Okay. So to be happy, you need God to give you infinite instant wealth and make you independent of everything. And if God gave you all of that, which he has, he, she, it, they, them, and if God gave you all that, which he has, would that make you happy? That's not fair to you, the way I phrase that. So if God gave you all of that, would that make you happy? Infinite, instant wealth and make you independent of everything and everyone. You're describing your position right here, right now.
I'm just what? Sorry.
You're describing your condition
Yes.
right
That
here,
I have
right now.
that I have infinite instant
Yeah.
wealth and I'm independent of everything and everyone. That's true.
Yeah.
Because
So let's test it on to be happy in God to give you an instant wealth. Okay, right now, do you have more than you need right here to be right here, right now? To be you right here, right now? Do you have more than you need?
yes,
So give me an example.
if this were to be the last conversation I have after which I depart Earth, I have like $2,500. What would I do with $2,500 in 5 seconds? I can take the most luxurious experience in the coming 5 seconds. So in this coming 5 seconds, I have more than I need, way more than I need.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Instant
Like,
wealth. Instant wealth is like this. I need money, and then I remember I have money. That's instant wealth.
true.
I was impoverished, and then a second later, I'm wealthy.
Exactly. Wow. You reminded me of this second later. There is another quote by the Prophet Muhammad. He said, heaven is closer to one of you than his shoelace, and also hellfire. It's a matter of a thought away. This conversation is one of the best conversations I've ever had in a long while.
Mm. Good to have a friend. And the greatest friend you'll ever find you're sitting in. That's a beautiful thing.
Yes.
To be happy, you need God to make you independent of everything and everyone. Is that true?
I just feel horrible when I ask people for help, especially financial help.
That's disrespectful.
Why?
You don't give us the option to even say no. You're determining, it's like you think you know us. You could be right. And what's the worst that could happen if you ask us and we say no? The worst that can happen is what you're thinking and believing about you, about us.
Mm.
If I ask someone for financial help and they say no, I'm grateful. I don't want to receive it from the wrong person. So I can ask a 1,000 people if I really want it or need it. And And if I stop asking, obviously I don't want it.
Mm.
And that's very broad. But that's if I can't find a job, if I can't, if I'm truly hungry, if I truly need it, because I don't want to take it from a wealthy man. They could suffer more from the out of their impoverished mind than if I ask a poor man or woman.
True.
Boy, the time I spent in what I call the early days of being here, just these words, I'm hungry, will you feed me now? Never, ever was I turned down.
Mm.
I don't know why that is.
Pure grace, I guess. Grace of God that I'm angry with.
Well, no, I think that I was believable because it was true. I think that's the difference.
Mm.
Yeah. And if they say no, then I would continue to ask. I wouldn't want food from the wrong person
Mm.
to receive it from the right person.
Yes, true.
That way I don't ever judge. I don't have to judge right or wrong. You see the power of asking? You think you know us, but
Mm.
if you ask someone you think obviously has money and they say no, you may be experiencing an honest no from a person too fearful to let go. So where's your compassion? Wealth is a state of mind. So let's turn it around. For me to be happy, see what this feels. I need me to give God my infinite, instant wealth. Now that goes beyond money, doesn't it? Because money isn't your wealth. Money's
True.
secondary.
True.
To be happy, I need me to make me independent of everything and everyone. And thinking of you, another turnaround, I need me to make me dependent on everything and everyone, knowing that by nature, what everything and everyone, what everything is.
Mm. Yes,
That's free.
it is.
Ego's literally a killer. Some of us would starve to death before we'd ask someone for help. What would they think of me? Well, they'd think I lost all my money. Well, they would be right. No, they would be wrong. I gave away all my money. If I'm you. Twice. What is it
Yeah.
like? You try to buy your way into heaven. What's up with that? Little experimenting going on.
Yes,
Yeah.
very
Oh,
true.
I love you're so in. I love you're so into God, the way. Like a
Yeah.
child finding your way.
Yes.
So beautiful. We all are.
Mm.
Let's look at 5.
5. Can we skip 5? Yeah, let's skip 5 if that's possible.
My head's going, not likely.
Well, I would say my thoughts at 5
Well,
cursed God with the most horrible curse.
okay, so read what you wrote. 5, God is, or God.
I can't because I in my life the number of times I verbally cursed can be counted in one hand, but in my mind I'm cursing all the time. So
The word you're using is curse?
yes,
Okay.
it's like foul language,
Yeah.
foul language against God.
So it's not that you think God would mind. I mean, if God would mind, he wouldn't be God. She wouldn't be God.
Exactly. Yes, he's always accommodating, and he takes in my tantrums. But I can't get the audacity, let's say, to verbalize it. So I mean,
No,
you're
I just think when you get to these, at some point you can ask yourself, would God really mind? Is he that flawed?
no,
I don't think you have power over God, but you can, I'll question that.
yeah.
I think God laughs a lot at us.
Very true. Very true.
Okay, so what did you write for 5?
For 5,
Uh-huh.
fuck asshole.
So I'll leave you to turn that around. Just to try it on. I know I'm trying it on. You're not alone here. Yeah, on anything that I expect of God really leaves me in that in that position, looking at it, lightly, mean wrong. I'm just crazy wrong. Anytime I think that the God of my understanding, which is everyone and everything,
Yeah.
is falling short, I look to myself. It's a worksheet. It's a worksheet. I don't, God is everything and God is good.
Yes.
And that is just a way of testing. It doesn't mean it's true that God is everything and God is good. It's a test.
Mm.
And so far, it's passing all the tests.
Yes.
In my
He's good.
world.
He's good.
Yeah.
Yes.
And,
He's good.
I often go back to this, but even physical pain is either remembered or anticipated. So there's nothing that isn't either remembered or anticipated, which leaves in the center what? Goodness, pure goodness. And we have words like beauty and love and kindness and and it's so easily proven out other than what we're thinking and believing.
Mm.
This, the word is heaven. And I'll throw this out to some of you that haven't heard me say it, but if you died now, And you went to heaven, where everything is obviously beautiful, where everything is obviously in sync. But there was one problem. Everything you believed on earth, you believed in heaven. So where would you be?
Hell.
Earth.
Earth, yes. Very true.
So questioning what we're thinking and believing about this earth school shifts us, in my experience, to heaven. Heaven meaning a word for everything without exception is here for me here in earth school. And if I'm opposed to it, I have self-inquiry. And I do self-inquiry because I really want to know. I don't want to fool myself or any other human being in the world. So self-inquiry, to sit in oneself and think of you, Yasid, as an example of what it's like to want to know and to have the ability to see it when it's in your face, no matter what it costs you.
True.
And I've watched you do that twice, big time in our time together.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's you've entered some big territory, and it's a privilege to sit with you.
Thank you so much, Katie. Privilege is mine.
Let's look at 6. What is it you never want to experience again?
I never want to ask people for money again and be a beggar.
I'm willing to.
I'm willing to ask people for money again and be a beggar.
I look forward to.
Yeah, I guess, because the wisdom there will be more and more and more if I go through those situations. Then there must be some wisdom that I'm supposed to acquire.
Yeah, because if they say no and you have a problem with it, it's a worksheet. If they say yes and you have a problem with it, it's a worksheet.
True. True.
But I ask people for help when I really need it. And I find it to be inclusive, whether they say yes or no. Which sounds really strange. That can sound really strange, but I understand why someone would say no. And I understand why someone might say yes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all in me. These understandings following these worksheets. Honey, let's get some feedback from this community to see what they have taken away or any questions that they might have for you. Or Sine, honey, your takeaways.
Yes, hi, Katie.
Hi.
So, being a Muslim, I was really touched by the testimony of our friend today, and how transactional our relationship with God can be sometimes.
Yeah.
And I see a lot of that in my community.
Yeah, and in every religion, it's not unfamiliar. And for atheist worlds, it's not unfamiliar. We're all worshiping something or someone.
And so it took me back also to my story when I was I was married to the wrong guy, and I was thinking to myself, if this is happening to me, it's either two things: God doesn't exist, or what they told me was not true. Like,
Well,
everything I've been told is not true. and then a voice came and said, but I know that there's a God. And so the only option left was, so now I have to find out what's really true, you know? And a few months after
What an
that,
exciting journey.
yeah. And then I found you on the internet a few months after that. And since then I've been investigating. I've been questioning what is really true, and in my culture, in my traditions, in my religion, everything. So it's a gift really to be able to question that. And I remember watching you on the internet, and I was listening, and I said, but this woman is Muslim and she doesn't even know it. Because what you were saying was, it's all the same at the core. It's the same thing. And then I turn it around later on and I said, I'm not Muslim and I don't even know it. But I am and I'm not. I mean, it's a label.
Yeah.
But it was very interesting to listen to them, to our friends.
Honey, that is just so, so delicious. Isn't life a joy when you finally get the hang of it? Anytime we've got a problem, we've got self-inquiry. Oh, honey.
And then you find out that everything is love. It was always love. And it was always for me.
Always for you. Life happening for you, not to you. Oh, what grace, what grace.
One more thing also, the other day I was doing the work with you and then my mother came up in the worksheet, but I didn't want to look at it really because my mother is sacred. And that day after our work, I was driving to go and visit my mother, like she's 10 minutes from here, and I got into an accident. A very gentle, just strong enough so that I couldn't go any further, but kind enough so that, nobody was hurt. And so I had 3 hours to meditate on that one liner about my mother that I didn't want to look at. And it was so obvious that the turnaround was, I don't have to go and see my mother. That was the turnaround I didn't want to look at, but it was given to me. And so after that, everything became so remarkable and so much understanding, and all the images of the past, all the informations were given to me so that I could understand more clearer, the whole thing that I didn't want to look at.
Yeah.
And it was really amazing. So, and my last question is to you is, do you set an intention when you do the work with people? Because I felt there's no intention like, okay, I want to help people, I want to give them some energy or what, because I felt something special. I think it was coming from you, maybe I'm wrong.
So what I give, if I'm going to be something at all, when I'm going to work with someone, I'm the student. And I have some like they're the teacher, I'm the student, because I'm not fooled about who and what is God. But I am I'm the student with some experience. Okay. And so self-inquiry leaves me as the student always. Let's say you and I are working together, you're doing your worksheet, and I'm sitting in your worksheet because, like the worksheet we saw today and the one with your mother, we all share those thoughts. It's like the people look different, but what we're believing, it's like, I have to go see my mother. We've all had that experience. If it's not our mother, it's someone else. So we've all had the experience. So always the student, but I'm here to help as I share experience, and allows me to be quiet as you're finding your own, allowing, giving you the gift to look within that I gave myself. And because that's, oh my goodness, that's the gift. Yeah. So, yeah. And I love straight inquiry, but I've got this, for whatever reason, this experience just bubbles out of me, for better or for worse. And because I also don't hold myself down, it's just that I'm not a teacher through anything other than experience. Like any other mother or father or brother or sister, we're all teaching out of our experience. It's just, what are we teaching? Yeah. Oh, honey, thank you for checking in. Oh, Kathy, honey, your experience.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, Katie.
Hi.
I want to say first how much I love you, and I'm so grateful for you. So grateful.
Thank you for sharing that with me. That means a lot.
And so something that the teacher said today that just really made everything bubble up inside of me was when he said, the grace of God that I'm angry with. And in the past few months, and most recently, we've lost several people in our family have passed away.
Oh my.
And just a few weeks ago, my mother-in-law passed away very suddenly. And just this whole theme of today with about abundance and God, and how I've been this grace of God that I'm angry with, just
Oh, wow.
really, really hit me. And then looking at what is abundance, and how often, we look at it as financial and money. But in the past couple months, I've seen 3 of my family members on ventilators in an intensive care unit. And it just struck me how abundance can be just the breath, just each breath.
Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Wow.
So that was my takeaway. And thank you for our teacher today so very, very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, honey. By the way, everyone, if you enjoyed this podcast, please give us a 5-star rating and review on iTunes. It really matters, and thank you for that. I love that you join me every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday from 9 to 10 a.m. Pacific time at homewithbk.com. Let's do the work.